Hello and welcome everyone to the TeenLife Live Summer Opportunities Virtual Fair. Thank you so much for joining with us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your question to our presenters at any time throughout the session. Your camera and microphones are turned off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at teenlife.com. And with that being said, I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter, and that is Global Route Summer Programs.
All right, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I'm Adam Aronovitz. I'm the director of Global Routes. This is not a virtual background. I'm actually on site working on some program development in Hawaii for a summer program right now. Global Routes, this is our 55th year of programming, pioneer in experiential-based, values-driven education, work with tens of thousands of students at this point. And what we really focus on is authentic cultural immersion, community service that is directed by our host communities, and really focusing on strong group dynamics and leadership skills. It's also have an impeccable safety record. We won the most recent Community Choice Award for best safety on programs. And, you know, for our programs, although they are 4 or 5 week summer experiences for high school students all over the world, we really do focus on impact that is going to be lifelong impact. So inspiring career paths. A lot of our students are inspired to go into medicine or law or economics or in different social environmental justice issues. Work a lot on those soft skills like compassion, social emotional intelligence, and especially things like confidence and self-reliance. Students on these programs come home much more confident in being able to do the types of things that we need to do to thrive as human beings. And then of course, enhancing those critical thinking skills, which do lead to improved academic performance. We work within the 4 domains of global competence as defined by the Asia Society, which you can see here. And these are some of the key skills that students are developing through the experience of a Global Routes program. And we've, in discussions with college admissions counselors, this is a great example from a counselor at Vanderbilt, they're really looking for students that demonstrate that they're interested in making their communities a better place. And that is something that is definitely very true for Global Routes programs. So our programs are 4 or 5 weeks long. The first 4 to 7 days of each program is our orientation, which is focused on building the group and laying the foundations. The middle 2 to 3 weeks, that's the immersion component of programs. And that is community service and community stay. And then at the end of the program is 4 to 7 days of final travel in some of the more epic locations in the host nation. So I'm going to jump ahead just a little bit. You can read about our mission, vision, values on our website. Big elephant in the room is COVID. Although programs are going to be a little bit different this year, our groups are still going to be in a pod. So we still have this meaningful, amazing opportunity to travel and interact together. So programs are going to be pod-based. We were able to run programs like this fall in Colorado, and it went incredibly well. You can learn much more about this on our website, but we are designing programs to be able to operate safely in the current environment and hope that things do improve between now and July. We're offering 4 programs this year. Programs are for high school students, so 9th through 12th grade. We do accept incoming 9th graders on a case-by-case basis. Students do interview for every program. We do accept up to 18 students on each program. So Hawaii program, that's in the Big Island of Hawaii, really focused on environmental justice, biology, microclimates, and social justice. I'll just kind of run through a few pictures of what our Hawaii program looks like. We have a 4-week program in Costa Rica that's focused on Spanish immersion, rainforest ecology. The service project there, we're going to be building a greenhouse for the local medicine man and shaman who treats villagers in that community. And then of course, there's lots of fun like whitewater rafting, climbing and rappelling and zip lining and learning about local produce, construction, whitewater rafting, surfing. Costa Rica is a long-standing favorite. Nepal, this is a 5-week program. The focus of this program is cross-cultural immersion, outdoor recreation, and also social issues. This is trekking up in the Himalayas, up at Annapurna Base Camp, the construction project in the community, a proud group that's finished their project. And then our last program that we're offering this year is a Colorado program, and this is very sustainability, permaculture, natural building, great for students that are really interested in the environment and also like the outdoors. Starts off with a 4-day whitewater rafting trip. We'll spend 9 days working at a wolf rehabilitation center, lots of trekking, playing with animals, traveling together as a group, community service. Awesome program. This is the first summer that we're actually able to offer college credit through a partnership with Western Colorado University. Students can earn up to 3 credits on ROE 197 cultural expeditions. A great opportunity to earn credit going into college. Very field-based. It's not going to be tests and readings. It's a lot of reflections based on what they're learning and understanding on their program. And program tuition ranges from about $2,500 to $7,000, depending on the program and the student. I'll share a couple quotes from parents as we're wrapping up here. I think we got about 2 minutes left. These really are life-changing, totally transformative programs, and we really hope that after a very difficult year for teenagers, that they have the opportunity to come together, to travel, and to be able to open their heart to the world and build some of those key skills that are going to allow them to thrive as human beings. So that's it over here. And if you want to get in touch, you can reach us at globalroots.org, and phone numbers there. And Adam, that's my direct email, adam@globalroots. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Adam. Next up, we're going to hear from Landmark College.
Hello, everyone. Let me just share my screen here. All righty. Thank you for the opportunity to talk to you. We are not where there's palm trees. I'm greeting you from Vermont, where there's snow, but hopefully there won't be this summer, although you never know. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about planning your path. So for all of you students out there, I know that you want to get a leg up on your studies once you go to college. And for students who have a diagnosed learning disability, or students who have had some executive function challenges or need to strengthen their skills, Landmark College's program is all about different opportunities for high school students and for college students. Now, what makes us unique is the fact that Landmark is actually the first college devoted exclusively to students who have a learning disability. And we are considered the global leader for working with students who have LD, ADHD, executive function, or autism. And you can see we offer lots of different pathways, whether it's associate, bachelor's degree, transition, post-grad years. But today, what we're going to talk about is our 4 different summer programs. Now, they all share something in common, and the fact that they really work with you to strengthen your skills and strategies, to find out how you learn. You actually learn how to learn, how to become a more independent, effective learner, build a solid foundation, and gain that confidence you need to succeed in college. Get a taste of learning how to strengthen your communication skills and your social skills, and get a taste for college life. Now, our premier program is our high school summer program. It's 3 weeks in length and really focuses on experiential and practical experiences. Now, you don't have to have a diagnosis to be a part of this program. And there are 2 different tracks. There's a traditional track for rising juniors and seniors. So that's if this coming fall, you're planning on being a junior or senior in high school. And there's a track for students who also may have some challenges related to autism or another diagnosis related to social challenges. And as you can see here, you take courses in addition to different strategy sessions, working with advisors one-on-one and in small groups. And then for students who really want to work on those social challenges, there are different programs as part of Peers, which is a Peers curriculum focusing on strengthening your conversational skills, how to make, how to keep friends, how to enter a conversation. And all of these also have a very robust on and on-campus, off-campus rather, activities. Now, if you're a college student, you may have encountered some difficulty in making that all-important transition from high school to college. In fact, only about 17% of students who are eligible to receive services once they do go to college, so they're eligible for accommodations, only 17% actually utilize those once they go to college. So what happens? Typically, a lot of students who need those services crash and burn around week 5. This program is for you. So it's for somebody who is transitioning to college and they really want to strengthen their skills. Maybe you work hard, you study, you're always doing homework late at night, but you're not succeeding. Maybe you're worried about what it's going to be like going from high school to college, because it is very different. This program provides you with not only coursework, but also working on those all-important skills that we just went over a moment ago. This is a 2-week program. Then there's the Summer Bridge program. This program, in addition to our fall and our spring bridge, are for students who are already currently in college and are having great difficulty and just want to have a short-term program that can strengthen those important skills. It's a 5-week program. There are 2 different tracks, non-credit and also credit-based. And as with the other programs, there are strong activities to go along with it and a social pragmatics program that also can assist you during the program. And then lastly, we have what is known as our boot camp. So if you don't want to devote 2, 3, or even 5 weeks, this is a 1-week, really intensive program. And unlike the other programs, which are residential based, this program is strictly online. Now, this program will help you recalling information, organizing your thoughts, focusing on your reading, managing your time. And what's unique about this program, in the fact that it's 5 intensive days, you actually have peer mentor panels and chat sessions, 3 check-ins with your professor, and 4 different learning modules. And you also develop a personal learning plan by the time you exit this particular program. If you have questions, if you want more detailed information, we ask you to visit landmark.edu/summer to find information about the cost for the programs, whether you are looking for a particular program, one or the other, which one is best for you. You can also speak with our director about the program, set up an interview. One of the things we do require is an interview for everyone that is looking to do this program. We want to make sure that we align the best program with the right person. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you. Our third program we're going to hear from is Syracuse University Pre-College Programs.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining. My name is Gianna, and I am joined by Otto as well as Chris Koper, our Executive Director, to talk to you about pre-college programs here at Syracuse University. Before we get started, I want you to have a chance to hear from our students who attended our summer college online program in 2020.
Invaluable. There was not a single day that I joined the classes Zoom call and didn't feel excited.
You get flexibility within your schedule, but you still get that intensive classroom-like education.
They really give you the experience, the work, office hours, requirements, everything.
It's just a great way to get started.
Syracuse is not a cookie cutter school. They value who you are as a person.
You have such a great support system, whether it's the TAs or whether it's the professors.
Syracuse University, the people, the staff, everyone is just devoted to making sure that the student is becoming the best they can.
It's just really interesting to look back and see how my abilities progressed and how much I learned.
I would definitely recommend summer college at Syracuse University to any student who is thinking about a major or who is already passionate about a major.
If you're on the fence about applying, you should definitely apply, because you get to learn about topics you're passionate about in a college-like setting.
Most definitely 2 thumbs up. I would recommend it to anyone.
Now I'd like to hand it over to Chris Koper, our Executive Director, to share a little bit more about our pre-college programs.
Thank you, Gianna, and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. It's a pleasure to be with all of you and all our other programs that are presenting tonight. We want to talk about our 4 programs, but mostly we're going to focus on our summer college online program. The slide that's up right now shows that we do have our summer college online with more than 70 credit and non-credit courses. We would normally be on campus, but that is canceled for summer 21. We're also going to very briefly talk about our accelerated semester online and our Orange Academy courses. So thank you very much. So summer college, 70 credit and non-credit courses. Most of these courses are either going to be your traditional college course, Sociology 101, things like that, or experiential courses where you really get to immerse yourself with faculty and professors of practice in doing the work that gets done within any given major. You're also going to be dispelling myths that that often go along with being in college majors. For example, students want to be a doctor. Well, we have a program called Pre-Med and Health Professions where they're exposed with 14 faculty from the university into a broad range of pre-med and pre-health professions areas of study. So students come out of that course having a much broader understanding of what their options are in the health industry. The same goes for forensic science. It's not like NCIS or aerospace engineering or digital and broadcast journalism and many, many more. But you're going to either you're going to be a combination of knowledge acquisition and skill development in any number of areas. And it also helps you stand out in your college applications, having successfully completed a program. Of course, we don't have time to talk about all our courses, but my colleague is going to drop into the chat the link to our program listing webpage. Thank you, Gianna. And we have a lot of programs in all of these areas, from art and design to STEM, humanities, film and photography, and some very unique courses in there that you're not going to find in a lot of other places. So we do recommend you take a minute, scroll down that listing and have a look. So definitely check that out. Thank you. Okay, so a typical day in our summer college online, you are going to have some amount of synchronous class time, and then you're going to have asynchronous class time. When we were on campus, our programs were intensive and immersive, normally in 2 weeks at a time. So now, knowing that students are going to be at home, they have other obligations, they have other things going on in their lives, we stretched our courses to 3 weeks, so your daily contact would be a bit less. So you'd have other things in your life that you need to take care of. Typically, you're looking at an hour and a half per day of synchronous live class time, and then a range between 10 and 15 hours of asynchronous work that you need to do in our learning management system. There's also tons of opportunities for other things that are going on at the same time. And I think Gianna's going to talk about that right now.
Great, thanks, Koper. So aside from your classes, you have multiple opportunities to engage with students across all of our courses. So you can participate in talent shows, game nights, esports tournaments, and more. So this is just some of our fun extracurricular activities that you can expect to partake in during your summer college experience.
Okay, very briefly, we want to talk about our Accelerated Semester Online and Orange Academy. So Accelerated Semester Online is the opportunity during the fall and the spring semesters to engage in online, highly developed, fully fleshed out online courses that are in 8-week semesters. You'll be in classes with undergraduates. They have a weekly synchronous class session, 90 minutes per week, live class time with your class, and then the rest is done asynchronously. Great way to build up some college credits before you graduate high school. Orange Academy are what we call those similar courses, but they're light. They're non-credit. A lot of them are very skill-based. They're 4 or 8 weeks in length, and you do get that 90-minute weekly synchronous class time. This is a really, really, really important thing to take away from our summer college experience. 98% of alumni report their experience prepared them for college, and 97% of the students from 2001 to 2015 either have or in progress of earning their bachelor's degree. And then on the right here, you see some companies where our students are currently working, our former students are working. I know that we've gone over our 6 minutes, so please note that email address and our website, and we look forward to hearing from you with your questions about opportunities you have with Syracuse University. Thank you so much.
Thank you to both of you for presenting. Next up, we have Illinois Tech pre-college programs.
Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Vinika Porwal and I'm the STEM Partnership Manager on the pre-college team at Illinois Tech. And I am very excited to tell you about our summer programs. Unfortunately, we do not have palm trees here. It is pretty cold, but luckily the summer is really nice in Chicago and we are on Lake Michigan, so there is a beach. So there's kind of a cool environmental factor as well. So why attend an Illinois Tech pre-college summer program? Well, the type of student we're really looking for is someone who is intellectually curious. So we are focusing our programs on STEM. We're a STEM institution. That means that all of the academic degree programs we offer are in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or in some interdisciplinary combination of fields. We're looking for students who view STEM as social justice. STEM is a way to change the world. Each of our programs helps you learn about different types of STEM fields and careers. So, if you know you like your science and math courses at the high school level and you think this is something I might want to pursue as I move on to college, participating in a STEM summer camp can really help you kind of identify what that interest is and narrow it down a little bit. Each of our programs utilizes the connection we have to the city of Chicago. So there's lots of hands-on learning opportunities in each of these things. And connections to various companies that are present in the city. So that's kind of a cool touch way to connect the academic opportunities and the professional opportunities of the city in these pre-college summer programs. And last but not least, participating in a summer program like this and all the other programs, you've heard about earlier tonight, it's just a great way to network, right? You learn more about what you're interested in and get to know faculty in those areas, graduate students who might be your teaching assistants, and meet other students who are interested in those things. So with all that being said, what kinds of programs do we offer? We have everything from hacking to biomedical engineering. These programs, as I mentioned, they're all in STEM or in the social sciences, and we connect these different academic programs that the university offers into a pre-college offering. So for example, if you're interested in computing, you can take a look at this list. I won't go through them line by line, but you see, we have a game development, a game design course, hacking programs, artificial intelligence, a cybersecurity boot camp, and the list just goes on and on. We also have an architecture program, which is really cool. It's a residential program where students come, they live on campus, and then they learn about architecture as well. And plenty of programs in engineering. So please go ahead and check these out. And after this session is over, I am going to drop the link to these programs and my contact in the chat. So you'll have those and you can take a look and learn some more. Registering, super easy. Go to the link, check out the programs, learn more about them, learn more about their formats. Some of them are online. Some of them are offered in an in-person program, either as a residential program or as a commuter program, which means that you live elsewhere, but come to campus in the morning, participate in the program, and leave at the end of the day. Registration is super easy, and some of the programs have academic prerequisites. For example, the computational science course is 4 credit. So if you were interested in taking that course, you would apply for it and then go through the admission process. These are 2 of the very common questions that we get a lot on the pre-college team. So, what age range are these programs for? Well, they're for you guys, or for high school students. Ages 14 to 17 are the ages that we're targeting. Some of the programs, while they may not have an age requirement, they do have an academic prerequisite because they are STEM programs. So for example, you might have had to take Algebra 2 in school in order to successfully participate in the program. And then, of course, COVID-19, we're monitoring all of the guidance both nationally and locally, and we'll make, we're fingers crossed, we're really hoping that we can offer these programs safely in person, and we'll definitely communicate information about that and any changes to format if some of those changes have to be made. Please jot down this email address. I'll chat it in the in the chat as well, so you have it along with the link to the summer programs. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I love talking about the programs, and I'm more than happy to send more information your way. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next up, we are going to go to UC San Diego pre-college programs.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. My name is Morgan Appel, and I am the Assistant Dean for Education and Community Outreach at Extended Studies and Public Programs for UC San Diego. And just a little bit about UC San Diego. We are founded in 1960. We are an internationally ranked public research university with a service mission. We are a public Ivy and part of the 10-campus University of California system. And our belief is in transforming global diverse societies by educating, by generating and disseminating knowledge and creative works, and engaging in public service. And innovation is in our DNA. And right here, you will see one of our fairly recent alumni, the astronaut Jessica Meir. We are a #1 public university and steps away from the Pacific Ocean. So you'll see the Geisel Library right there in the center of campus, and just over the hill is the mighty Pacific. The programs we deliver are academically focused. They are pre-college, and they go as low as rising third graders. So we have programs for over 900 elementary, middle, and high school students around the world and throughout the year. They include academic connections, futures, global environmental leadership and sustainability, our research scholars program, and Sally Ride Science Academy. Now, you may have questions about duration and cost to attend. They vary in duration and costs, and I'll put a link in the chat for you after I'm done here. But we want to make sure that we enable all students to access all of our program offerings. So we do have a number of scholarships and fellowships that are available to you. If you are interested in career in the life sciences or maybe going to medical school, we offer opportunities to work in laboratories that are undertaking groundbreaking research in bioengineering, life sciences, and medicine. We have high school students who, from across the globe, co-author journal articles and present finding to faculty and industry professionals. And this is offered online and in person, commuter and residential, subject to public health conditions. And we're keeping a close eye on COVID-19 as our colleagues at other institutions. We have an initiative called Futures, which gives you a leg up in post-secondary education and what we call the new collar economy. This is advanced technologies, broadcasting, engineering, business, design, sports medicine, sciences, and other fields. And all of these programs are credit bearing, and we issue certificates to you upon completion. Again, these are offered online and in person, subject to public health conditions. If you are interested in global environmental leadership and sustainability, we have programs that combine scientific research with leadership training and personal growth skills to drive future leaders of change. And each of these programs offer you an exclusive opportunity to address the most compelling environmental issues making news today. You will be taught by cutting edge researchers and renowned sciences. And we have locations in Arizona, which is in Biosphere 2, on the island of Hawaii, at our own Scripps Institute of Oceanography in Washington, D.C., where you will spend a week and you will work at lobbying Congress people for environmental causes. For our younger enthusiasts and scholars, we have a Sally Ride Science Academy that runs during the summer and now throughout the year online. It offers science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics for elementary, middle, and high school students, as well as parents. And when you are in these workshops, you will be immersed in space science, screenwriting, marine biology, computer programming, among many others. And these are available online and on campus at UC San Diego. So really all that is missing this summer and throughout the year is you. And you will see this is a comment from a scholar in our Academic Connections program who speaks compellingly about both the material and the pedagogies involved, and really drove her to want to study marine biology and oceanography. And I don't think there is a better place for it than UC San Diego. You will see my contact information here. Please reach out at any time. And when I'm done, I will put our contact information in the chat. And I do thank you all very much and hope to see you in the summer in San Diego.
Thank you, Morgan. Next up, and our last program presenting this evening is going to be Tufts University Pre-College Programs.
Thanks so much, Kelsey. Just wait for the slide to get set up. But hi, everyone. My name is James. I'm a program administrator here at Tufts Pre-College Programs. We're going to give you a quick rundown of our programs. We're excited to be here. Just as a heads up before I dive in, we have a bunch of programs. We're going to go through them quick, but we'll link to the URL for our site. And also as a heads up, all of our programs will be virtual this summer. So first, I'm going to jump into our 6-week programs. Start off with the Tufts College Experience, which is our 6-week flagship program. You combine 2 open enrollment courses offered for credit from among 60+ options, along with our hallmark College Prep 101 workshop, which combines admissions talks and virtual tours and skills building, and then college admissions essay writing and SAT prep workshops, which you can take, along with social activities and events throughout. Tufts Summer Research Experience is a 6-week program which gives you the opportunity to participate in ongoing research at a Tufts research lab as a lab assistant. You get principal investigator mentorship, and students will create and present a research poster as their capstone for that program. And then finally, there's courses at Tufts for high schoolers, which is our most flexible program. It's essentially just open enrollment courses offered for credit from among 120+ different course options offered for credit. And if you take it in the second summer session, which starts in early July, you can also add in the college prep workshops that I mentioned earlier.
Great. And so I'm Sarah Biggers. I work at the School of the Museum of Fine Arts at Tufts. And this year, the School of the Museum of Fine Arts is excited to offer 2 programs for high school artists. The first, our Signature Studio Art Intensive, is a 3-week immersion into the art school experience, allowing students to sharpen existing portfolios of work, as well as advance their technique and artistic concepts. The second program, welcoming its first cohort this summer, is a 1-week graphic design bootcamp, which will explore the field of graphic design through the use of Adobe Creative Cloud tools.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sally, here to talk with you through the intensive programs that cover a wide of STEM topics here at Tufts Pre-College, starting with our Engineering Design Lab, which is 2 weeks long. And we also have 2 different sessions available during the summer, where students get sent home a maker kit to learn the basics of fabrication and engineering design and get to engineer a prototype design with a small group by program close. We also have a new intensive, Engineering Investigations Intensive, which is another 2-week program that dives more broadly into the fields of engineering, and specifically will cover engineering ethics and its intersections with ethics and social justice, and applying these ideas through hands-on projects. We also offer coding opportunities through our Coding 101 intensive, another 2-week program that teaches students Python and culminates with students creating an app prototype and pitching it at program end. And lastly, we have our Mini Med intensive, which is by far our most popular program, our 2-week program, which gives students a great taste of what medical school is like, complete with a delivered case study to complete virtually with everybody else.
Thank you, Sally. My name's Karen. I'm another one of the program administrators at Tufts Pre-College Programs. I'm going to quickly walk you through our civic action programs. So our first one, Leadership for Social Change. This program is a way to unite students across the world and equip them with change-making skills, resiliency strategies, and civic knowledge to build connections and to work collaboratively and emerge as change agents who can inspire others. Our next program we have is International Relations. Students will analyze current events and theoretical frameworks for understanding international relations through interactive virtual seminars from experts, interrogate key concepts, collaborate in discussions, and there's also a language immersion program section of this program. Languages offered are Spanish, French, Russian, Arabic, Chinese, English as a second language, pretty much any language you would be interested in. And this program, just as a note, is only available to rising 11th and 12th graders, whereas our other programs are typically open to rising 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. And finally, we have our two new programs, the Climate Resilience Institute, where students will apply an interdisciplinary case study approach to the social, ecological, and political facets of contemporary environmental issues. And finally, we have Food for the Future, where students will use a framework to explore our regional food systems, including, but not limited to, the historic and cultural food values, milling, processing, baking grains, and things of that sort.
So real quick, this is a question we get asked a lot. I'll run you through our application process very quickly. So first, you'll create an account at that URL there. Don't worry, you don't need to memorize it. It's on our website. You're going to create your account there, fill out a very short application, and then submit the application. You'll automatically get a transcript and recommendation request sent to your transcript and recommender uploaders. And then once you've submitted, we review it within 10 business days. Then from there, you'll be asked to fill out a number of enrollment forms, deposit, and pay. If you do decide to go with the courses at Tufts for high schoolers, then there is a small caveat, which is that you'll start by enrolling in a course in our enrollment manager. But that's all explained on our website. And you can reach out if you have any questions on the application process.
So just some things to touch on about our pre-college programs. They create opportunities for students to form connections with Tufts faculty and staff, while also allowing students to immerse in conversation and collaboration with like-minded individuals and create friends from all over the world. They really form a community experience and get to know what it's like to be a college student. And I'm just going to drop a bunch of links right now for you guys in the chat while we just finish up here, so you can find out more information about our programs.
Yep, so we also offer tons of opportunities for students to meet virtually outside of the classroom, and you can see some of the ways that we have been able to get our Tufts summer pre-college program groups together. And so thank you all for tuning in tonight, and you can definitely reach our team anytime at precollege@tufts.edu or by visiting our social media accounts as you can see them on this slide. And we're so excited to hear from you, and we hope to see you this summer.
Thank you very much. So now that we've heard from our 6 different programs, I'd like to invite all of our panelists to join me back on their camera. And I'm going to ask everyone a question. We'll answer round robin in the order that they presented in this evening. And the question that I'd like to present is, what does a typical candidate for your summer program look like? What's unique about the students that participate? And everyone can have a minute or so to answer.
Yeah, I can start. I believe I went first. So, what's a typical Global Root student? It's really a student that is seeking a totally transformational experience, an experience that's going to help them transition into the next chapter of their lives as they're developing into a young adult and want the skills and experiences that are going to allow them and inspire them to be able to interact in the world in a way that makes them feel proud and confident and like they're part of the solution on this earth. So, typically students are seeking a new perspective. They're incredibly curious, and oftentimes they're looking to get off of their screens and technology and to learn in a more immersive and authentic way than some classroom learning. So that's kind of, usually pretty adventurous. That's sort of what a typical student looks like. But we also find students sometimes come from very different backgrounds and haven't had exposure to outdoor and travel experiences. And really, it's this opportunity where they really rise to the occasion and build that skill set.
All right, I think I'm up next. So for Landmark College, we draw students from all over the world, And what makes them unique, that they're neurodiverse learners. So they're learners who have either a learning disability that's been diagnosed, or they've encountered learning challenges throughout their educational career. And for a high school student, that could be somebody who was recently diagnosed, someone who never really got the support that they needed, somebody who may be a little immature chronologically, they are going to be ready for college, but emotionally, maybe they're not quite there yet. So they're a little insecure, a little shy. They may be somebody that has some social challenges. And for a college student, it might be somebody who's already jumped into college studies. And as I mentioned earlier, around week 4, week 5, all of a sudden, everything's coming crashing down on them. And so we look for students from a wide variety of backgrounds, but they're all, one commonality is that they're neurodiverse. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the question. So at Syracuse University pre-college programs, we're looking for students who are motivated, intellectually curious, and eager to pursue what their potential futures could be. Students who understand that they maybe don't know what it means to be something that they have a preconceived notion of, and they want to get confirmation of that ahead of applying for college. Students who have multiple interests and want to confirm or confirm what they may want to study and confirm what they don't want to study. Both of those are equally valuable in the pre-college environment as students get ready to go off to college. So thank you very much.
I think I'm next. Hi, this is Vanika from Illinois Tech. For our summer programs, I would say the student we're looking for is someone who sees a problem in the world and they're in society, and they think, what's the best way for me to address this? What kind of impact can I make? That's who we're seeking, and I think that's what our STEM-focused programs, who they draw. And just to give you a quick example of this, so a couple summers ago, we had a design thinking program, which is a framework that's used in all sorts of STEM fields, right? And the students worked on addressing challenges around, using sustainable energy and renewable energy in a city festival. So they went to a festival and then they used the framework where they, identified the problem and kind of worked through it to create a prototype. So I think that example kind of illustrates who we're looking for. It's someone who wants to use the tools and resources that are available to them and apply them to how they can improve the world and put their impact in the world.
Thank you. I think I'm up next. At UC San Diego, I think we really don't have what you might call a typical candidate. I think there are some characteristics that they share, global awareness, but being locally grounded, people who are adventurous, curious, insightful, those who think differently, people who are innovative, committed to social justice and equity. Our summer candidates are writers, they're artists, they're scientists, and philosophers. So again, there's not a prototypical candidate, but certainly well-rounded and enjoys taking things apart and putting them back together again.
I think we're last here. So we do have a wide variety of different programs, but I think the things that do sort of connect all of our applicants and our students are that they're really highly motivated, high achieving, and passionate leaders who are really looking to actively broaden their educational horizons and feed their curiosity, because they're grappling with really difficult topics and subject matter at a top university in the summer. And they're really looking to prepare for life in college and whatever is beyond college for them.
Well, thank you guys all for sharing and giving us some extra insight on what a great candidate will look like for your programs. I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. When you close out of this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey that we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. In about a week, You'll be able to find this session's recording, as well as the other sessions recordings from this evening at teenlife.com. Thank you all, and thank you to our panelists for your time, and I hope everyone has a great night.